Hi and welcome to Visual Basic Tutorial. This very tutorial is all about using CheckListBox, which is used in designing or developing these. Then MaskedTextBox, that's the tool that I use to generate this date and time. And within this system, I've also incorporated the use of Color Dialog Box and Font Dialog Box. If I click on the Color Dialog Box right there, I can always change this font to whatever color I choose. Okay, I can also come back in there and change the background color to anything I like. Okay, we can change the font size as well. Let's say we want to reduce the font size to about 12. That might not be visible, so let's come in here and change the go for background color right here, and let's go back to maybe yellow, or let's come for red. There, so that's a little bit visible. Okay, now let me show you how it all works here. I can always reset and everything is back to normal and come here to generate or to populate the checklist box again. It works just like list box, but in this case it does have the check item there. And here I have delete. I can use that to delete whatever I want to delete. Just select it and hit delete. Okay, that is how it works. Why we use this to repopulate the system. And up here we can also add values in here, or add text in there. Let's say we intend to add the following. We want the following to populate here. All you just need to do is we have to reset first, then enter whatever we want to repopulate there and just populate it. Okay, so what I will do now is to show you guys how this works and how I've managed to put all of this together. Here we also have an exit dialog box. If you click on no, you remain within the system, but if you click on exit, yeah. Okay, so what I will do now is take you guys straight into Visual Basic Development environment, and we'll put one of these together. Let's do that now. Okay, we're starting a new program now. Let's click on new project. Now that the dialog box pops up, let's give that a name. Just gonna call it VB underscore check list box. Okay, we also have Max text box there, so that's the name I'm going to give to it there. So let's click on OK. Now that it's ready, I'm going to define the size of my form to approximately that 1281 by 520. Let's make that 22. Then set the start position. I'm going to change that to center. That is fine. The next thing I want to do is come right here. I'm going to need the following component quick. So let's come here, get the color dialog box, double click on that, and now also we need the font dialog box there. The next thing is going to be the menu. That's it right there. Double click on the menu. Now I've got the menu. Now double click on, or just click on Max text box right there, and there, that's the Max text box. That is the menu. So let's take care of this menu. Right here, let's just enter file there. File, maybe new here, and right underneath here, the choice is yours. I'm going to exit, and here I will enter edit. Underneath that, let's go for color. That's the British spelling. Now come in here, change that to for color. underneath the full color, I'm going to add back color. Now below color itself, let's go for font. Then yeah, that'll do that. And that's all there is to it with the menu strip. Now here I have Masked text box. With the Masked text box, what I'll do is you see this little rectangle there. I'm going to drop that down and click on set mask, and there, because I'm going to need this one for maybe the dates, so I can always select either short date, or you can select both day and time. That's the US format, but I intend to, I think I'll prefer to use this, so I'll click on OK, and that's the preview right there, and that's how the time is going to look like. Click on OK. So I need another one just for time. This is for date, so I've clicked on Control, just click and drag. That's it. I've made another copy. Click on that, set, and now let's come to time. So I'm going to use that's time, Europe stroke minute reading. That's it right there. Click on that. So that is the time. You can always come to the property and just change the text align. Let's change that to center right there, and this one as well. If you want, you can always do that and just change that to center. Yeah, okay, I might as well just pin this down. Alright, the next thing that I will do now is, let's get rid of this. I will need my checklist box right there. There we go, checklist box. Click on that and just drag it along. Let's move this up a little bit and move this up as well. That's my checklist box there. I'm going to need two of those really. So there, and just copy and drag. So let's set a size for them. So for both checklist box, let's go for about 600 plus. Let's come to the size here and just so that is the size of this checklist box. Now let's change the font of both this box to maybe 12. Make that bold, 12. That's cool. Now let's position it properly and add a space here. Okay, now here I need the following. Let's go for panel. There, we need two of those. One here, and draw it about that. I need another one. I'm going to copy or hold down the Control, click, drag and drop right there. Now one more panel, and just draw that in there. Move this in here as well. You see both panels, let's enlarge them about that much. Move this one in here, that belongs there. Something, yeah, that would do. And this one the same thing. Okay, the next thing I want to do is select both panels and just change the back color. I'm going to change that to Control dark, and the inner panels, let's change that to Control dark. There. Now for the inner panels, let's move this up a little bit. Yeah, that will do. Okay, the next thing we want to do now is let's get a button in place. For the inner panel, we need a button here and one here and one more here. Then we need one here. Okay, then we need a text box. Let's go for a text box. We need a label first. Let's get a label in place and just move that here. Then a text box right there. Good. that is how the system is looking now. So let me speed up the design of this part of it, but just before then I'll run it for you and you guys see how the system looks for now. This is how the whole system looks. So I'll just speed up the whole process, then we can write some code to make this system start looking the way we want. So click that and just speed up the whole process of the interface design. Alright, this is how the interface is looking. So I'm going to start by, let's click on the form itself and take care of this mask text box. So let's say mask.text equals today, and that is for the very first one. The second one is going to be, and this will generate the date. If I run it, you'll see the dates there. That's the dates right there. Okay, and this one will be for time. So let's come in here and just say max2, and right here equals, let's go for the time of day there. And if we run that, what you will notice is the time now appears there. That's the time there. Okay, the next thing I want to do now is to populate this very one, this very checklist box there. So come right there, let's use for loop. So in the first place, let's dim as, let's go for integer, and then let's use a for loop here. Okay, for this Q, let's go for Q equals 1 to, let's go for 210, and check list box 1 dot items dot add. Okay, there. So if I run it, this is what will happen. So let's run it and you guys will see that there. As you can see, those are the items that's on one column. Okay, now all we need to do is to convert it to multiple column. To do that is very easy. We can just come in here, select that, and come right to the property, scroll right down. You see where it says multiple column, let's change that to true. So if we run it now, there guys, that is what you see. Okay, so that's easy. So let's take care of the second one, just change that to multiple column as well, make that true. So the second one is taken care of. So for the second checklist box, I would like this add item to populate the second checklist box. So we enter the following, that's from here down here. That will actually populate it once we click on that very button. So if I run it, this is what you guys will see. Click on that and that populates that. Okay, now that that is taken care of, let's take care of this and this very one here. Alright, so we start with the reset first. Double click on the reset and enter as follows there, because I just want the reset to take care of these and these alone. So what about the delete? So let's take care of the delete. Ask the system to double click item. Right, then let's go for item dot, let's say dot clear dot remove. Sorry, let's go for dot remove. Okay, and what we are removing is going to be the content inside this list box dot text. Alright, so that is taken care of. I think we've deleted something here. Let's put that back. Right, so if I run it now, let's see how that works. We can always populate, reset, repopulate, and let's delete, maybe delete one and see there, that goes. Let's go for 10 there as well. Okay, that's taken care of. Now let's take care of exit. Double click on exit. In the case of exit, we can say dim I exit dialog results. And now I exit equals message box dot show the following message: confirm if you want to exit. There. And right here, let's just give that a name. I'll just call it system down. That's the name of my system. And comma, let's go for message box dialog. That is it right there. Message box dialog dot yes or no. So that will give you a message box with yes or no button, comma, message box. Let's add an icon to it. So in this case, let's make it a question mark there. So that is taken care of. But if I exit equals dialog results dot yes, then right there we want the application dot exit. There, that takes care of the exit itself. So if I run the program now and I click on exit, say no, let's try yes, there. Okay, exit is taken care of. Now let's take care of the color property here. Right there, come in here to color, click on that, double click on for color. So for the for color, we enter as follows. That will change the color of the font. Okay, the next one is the back color. Double click on back color. I'm going to just copy this. Alright, and paste it right there. And just change this one to back color. You can just delete that and enter back. There. So that is for the back color taken care of. Just this method is changed. Alright, now the next thing is let's take care of the font here. Double click on the font and enter as follows for the font. So let's give our system a try. Let's run it and see. Okay, this is how it all looks right now. You can see the date, the time. Click on add there. Try out the font color. Let's go for something yellow. That's the text now changed to yellow. Now let's change the back color to blue. Select blue, that's fine. And let's see, does the reset works? Yes, it works. And what about if we want to try this out? Let's go for checklist. Add that in there. Yes, checklist works. And let's see if we can change the font. Let's change the font, come back to edit here, change the font to whatever size we want. There we go, make that bold and go for 18. As you can see, we are able to change the font, and we can reset as well and repopulate. We need to get the font back to whatever it was. Okay, let's go back and do that now. So exit. Yes. Okay, to take care of the font in the reset button, we enter as follows these very lines of code. So that will bring it back to 12. So let's run it and see. So if we come in here, we populate that, and let's say we increase the font size to whatever we decide. Let's say 18. We can always reset, and when we repopulate, we get back our system the way it was. So guys, with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you all enjoy it, and please do subscribe, and you all have a nice day now. Bye for now.